Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Subletts. Missouri, Texas. Yeah. You love me. You believe in me. You cherish me.
Yo, everybody.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, can
Sorry
y'all
for
hear
the
me?
feedback.
Can y'all hear me? Is there still feedback?
I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah. Welcome to the show, you guys. It's Wednesday again already.
Yes, it is. Thank y'all for tuning in to Meet the Subletts. We are here every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time.
It's mirrored.
Unfortunately, next week, I will be here by myself. I don't know the topic. Do we know the topic?
Yes.
You did tell me?
Yes,
What's our
I
topic
did.
next week, while I'm here by myself, not knowing what I'm doing.
It's on the paper.
It's on my paper. Oh, sexuality, understanding the different identities. So I actually might have a guest next week. I know someone who, if she's not busy, may actually want to talk about that. But this week, thank y'all for tuning in. We are going to talk about the trans ban. So be sure to tag friends. She is so silly. Tag your friends, share the message, share the live, subscribe to YouTube. Everybody get in there, get our views up. We appreciate those that are continuing to follow us.
Share for me because I share. I'm locked on Facebook for 2 days.
Yes, she is. So fortunate for that. But what is my weekly highlight? This weekend, this past weekend, yes, please share, Kitty, or Ulani. This weekend was the first weekend for Juneteenth being considered a national holiday. I was able to walk in the first Freedom Walk, as Juneteenth has been a national holiday. It's a walk that happens every year, but this year was the first time since it's been a national holiday. So it's basically the first real anniversary. They've been doing it in Fort Worth for many, many years. But I was able to walk with the Democratic, Tarrant County Democratic Democratic Party's chair. So that was dope. I talked to her. We sweated 2.5 miles the whole way. We are definitely the tomboyish Dems. So that was really dope to, finally put a name with a face and actually see this young woman carry the Black Lives Matter flag the whole time. It was hitting people in the face. It didn't matter. I even posted a picture this morning. I know 2.5 miles. I know. I posted a picture this morning on one of my stories.
I thought it was 5 miles. I thought the walk was 5 miles.
It was 2.5.
You told me somebody told you it was 5.
Somebody told me that, but looking at my steps and calculating, because we definitely did not walk back. We definitely.
Maybe that's why they said it was 5.
I think that's why they thought we were going to live there and back. No, ma'am. We did not go there and back. We definitely jumped on the it's not the metro, but what do y'all call it here? The bus? The public bus? The DART? We definitely jumped on the DART and got free air conditioning on the way back. Thank you very much for DART employees. What's going on, Bones? I was about to call you Kendra. What's going on, Bones? But it was a really dope event. It really, like, every mile I walked, every tear that dropped, sweat because I was crying. There was a couple of moments where I got a little misty-eyed. Reminded me that, yes, this is Texas heat and I cannot stand it. But even beyond that, there were people.
Vibe is at home.
Exactly. But there were people that have walked, that have protested for all of the rights that I'm able to have, protested for the rights that I do not have, but are still important. So I really looked at it as a freedom walk, like with all the things that are going on in our nation, and especially in Texas right now. So it was really monumental for me. I have been knocking on doors, trying to get people engaged to vote. So I'm going to, y'all gonna hear me. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Be prepared to be sick of me. I'm serious. because it is so important that we get out and vote. It is so important that we pay attention. A lot of the mental strain we have has to do with some type of law or regulation or policy that is limiting us as who we are. And we're going to talk about this a little more tomorrow. But for you LGBTQIA pluses, Sunday, we're going to talk about it more on Sunday. But for those of us who are queer, considered queer, the Republican, the GOP, I don't know why it's called GOP. I'm going to look that up one day. But the Republican Party had their convention this last weekend in Texas. And they put out that, what was it, that our lifestyle is abnormal. So that is their mandate, that queer folks' lifestyle is abnormal. That I am in the best mental health that I have ever been in any of my relationships. So I don't think that's abnormal. That just means I wasn't supposed to be fucking with those men. Excuse my language, that's what it's going to be. I understand that. And maybe it's just the person I'm married to. Maybe she understands me well. But I do not live an abnormal lifestyle. I live a quite normal lifestyle. Y'all, we are almost done with these boxes. I can't wait to show y'all what the apartment looks like after I do all this laundry. And that's really what we waiting on. But that was my weekly highlight, to be able to walk in the Freedom Walk for Juneteenth with Madam Opal Lee, Nobel Peace Prize winner, with Madam Honorable, what do they call him? The Honorable Chair of the Democratic Party for Tarrant County, Dr. Allison Campolo. And y'all, she is dope as fuck. She's like 30-something years old. She really is fighting the war and really wants to fight for our rights. So I really had a good weekend. Saturday whooped my ass though, because I definitely brought my behind home and definitely tried to go to sleep. Definitely had to use some pain, some Tylenol, arthritis, but it was really that was my weekly highlight. That made my week. So what's your weekly highlight, babe?
My weekly highlight.
Hey, cut up.
Did I talk about starting State Farm last week?
The side hustles, I think.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think that's further my highlight again this week. Like I said last week, I think this is my first work from home job, office, anything. I'm usually on my feet, so getting to be at home and work in my living room is great. I can wear whatever I want from the waist up, and I can work on network stuff all day. So if you guys notice that a lot of things have been being posted more in the last week or so, that's because I have a plethora of time now to work on things as I please. So I think that's really awesome. I actually put together this awesome video you guys are going to see in a few minutes.
Okay.
In the last, I think, 2 days. I think it took me like 2 days to make it. But I actually was on Instagram earlier sharing some stuff, and I ran across a post on D.L. Hughley's page about a insurance agency in Maine who had a racist note on their door for Juneteenth. So I think that's pretty interesting. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to read it to you.
Oh my goodness. Really?
It says, Juneteenth, it's whatever. We're closed. Enjoy your fried chicken and collard greens.
Wow.
That was the note. That was the whole note.
Oh my goodness.
So I think that's just interesting. Like,
did not enjoy
we still doing this?
Or collard greens.
We sure didn't. We actually barbecued.
We did, and it was at the pool with the children.
Yeah, which is why my hair is looking the way it's looking.
Her hair is beautiful. Look how long it is. Show them how long it is. One on there. Yeah, she said the hang time was getting on her nerves.
Yes, I'm not used to having hang time, and I wore like this to work last night, and like I was restocking and cleaning the store, and my neck was all sweaty. It was sticking to my neck. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I don't know if I'm built for this already. So. Aw, yes, we had a great time. We had a really awesome time.
Yes, we did have a good time. That was the highlight. Another highlight was the barbecue.
Yeah.
That was cool.
So before we jump into our topic for this week, we're going to look at this snazzy video that I made.
Okay.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again, but life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing is stopping Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain strong. I know it's good if I'm wrong. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running into better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running into better times, to 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 better times. I look to the left, look to
Yeah.
OMG, that was absolutely awesome.
The
Absolutely.
things you can do when you have time on your hands.
Yes, you did a great job. It made me tear up about 4 times.
Thank you.
I
Thank you.
appreciate that. Like I'm telling her, we need to post this everywhere. put some hashtags on it. Put some handles on it. We need to get that out there. Thank you very much.
Definitely will. Definitely.
Oh goodness, y'all! I'm trying to keep it in. I'm a little honored to be a woman right now.
And you know what? That video symbolizes everything that the MTS network is based upon. And so putting that together, I really had to put everything that I stand for, you stand for, everything that we do, the reasons we do it, like it's all in that video. So
Okay, so that's us.
yeah.
No matter what
Yeah.
color, no matter what shape, no matter how your hair looks,
No matter who
no
you
matter
are.
how hairy
Yeah.
your pits are, none of all of that. Like no matter if you're a business owner, it's your body. Like that was dope. I really like that, especially the girl with the middle finger. Definitely won my heart. Yes, yes. So let's go on and move into trans band. Now, last week we talked about gender roles and relationships, and we're going to keep talking about different things when it comes to sexuality and things, conversations that people don't want to talk about, and we're going to empower each other. Aw, thank you.
Thank you.
She's really good at this, actually, y'all. But this week, trans band. So I personally do not have too much knowledge on it. This is a topic that my wife actually chose, and it's a very big deal. Trans rights are a big deal right now, and that's why I led the conversation with the GOP looking at our lifestyle as abnormal. If a man feels more comfortable being a woman and has always been spoken to inside of their heart, their body, their mind, and they understand lives to be a woman, allow them to be whatever they choose to be. Don't treat them any differently. Don't treat them bad. Just like a woman. If she chooses to become a man, that is her choice. All of those things they will have to deal with that come with that. But again, that is their choice. Allow them to do what they choose to do with their bodies. Outside of cloning themselves, doing anything really crazy with science, I think people should have a choice on who they choose to be. And no one can tell you who that is because it's you. So, what made us start talking about this trans band?
In February, if you remember, Governor Abbott, I'm not gonna call him out this today.
The governor of Texas.
Him. He put out the letter about how families would be separated and persecuted and blah 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 for supporting their children transitioning and things like that. Doctors would be arrested and things like that. So that's what really started the conversation, I think, between you and I. And then I ran across an article probably a couple of weeks after that about a young lady, Leah Thomas, who was swimming, I believe, for the Olympics, I want to say. And they banned her for being trans. And they were trying to figure out, what they were going to do about it and everything. And I actually saw, I want to say, either last night or the night before last that they actually came to a decision about banning any woman competing with other women in like any sports and stuff like that, and that they're thinking about doing an open category for trans people
Okay.
to be able to compete. However, the only way you could be considered would be you had to have transitioned by the age of 12. So you couldn't have gone through puberty and things like that. Because this young lady, Tia, transitioned, I believe it was her sophomore year in college, I want to say.
She was an adult.
Yeah, but she went through 30 months of hormone treatments and everything like that before she even competed with women. And so people were trying to say she transitioned because she wanted to be able to dominate and be on top because she swam in the men's category and she was ranked like 554th. And then she went to women and she became like the fastest one. And so they were trying to say that was her reasons or whatever, but she
But she
stated
had female hormones.
yeah, she
for
stated
almost
that
3 years.
yeah, she stated in an interview that she did that she actually transitioned to be happier with herself, you know.
Good.
And so I just think it's horrible that um this section of people just don't get they can't catch a break. If they're not being attacked, they're being bullied, they're being talked about, they're being this, they're being that, and there's always some joke about it. But this is people's lives,
Yeah.
and so I have a couple of trans friends, and I love them regardless of who they are, what they are. Like if you're a bad person, you're just a bad person. That has nothing to do with gender. That has nothing to do with what you wear or the lifestyle you live. That has to do with you as an individual. And every friend that I have, they are great people, and I hate that one of my friends now is going through a tough time mentally, just dealing with the things that he's going through. And it's just like he feels like he doesn't get the support and the love that he puts out to people just because of who he is. And that should not matter because at the end of the day, who you are inside is what counts. When you put on your clothes and walk out that door in the morning, it should not matter what you have underneath. Like that's nobody's business anyway. Like why are we spending so much time trying to dictate how persons should live their life or what they should look like, or you can't do this because you were born this way or whatever? When they close their door, that's nobody's concern but their own.
Yeah.
They have to live with that. They have to fight those demons on their own because I'm not fighting them, you're not fighting them, and no one else is fighting them for them. Like you're not going through the side effects of going through treatments. You're not having the surgeries. You're not having to alter your lifestyle. Imagine living your whole life as one gender and then having to tell someone or tell everybody, tell the whole world that you're not who this person is. You were this person because this is who you were told you had to be. So being yourself is that not good enough? And I actually read in the Washington Post earlier that laws and regulations have been targeting LGBTQ, youth and things like that for centuries.
Yes.
And Texas is one of the worst.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. Like there's so many other things that we should be worried about than what a person does on their personal time in their personal life. Like, are you going to work? Are you paying your taxes?
Right.
Are your bills paid on time?
Are you being a productive citizen and not harming other people?
Yeah, like who you are individually, that should not be on anybody's paper on the desk. There should not be some rule that tells you who and what you can be, who you can love, how you can do it. Like that's no one's concern. Like why? That's my whole thing. Just why? Why is it such a big deal?
Yeah.
That's really what it comes down to. Why is it so important? And I read that they're saying because it's mentally ruining a generation of children.
So they want us to be okay with hiding, like most of us have been doing.
Think about all the mental that we done went through the generations before, not being able to be who we want to be or love who we want to love. Yes. And that's not even just LGBTQ
that's
plus.
interracial.
That's right. That's anyone.
What is it? A socioeconomic? You may be with someone in a lower class or a higher
Yeah,
tax
anything that's
bracket
not
than you.
deemed normal in
Yes.
societal standards.
So yes, we are very abnormal according to the GOP. Lord Jesus. And the GOP definitely runs Texas. Again, why we need to vote and why we need to pay attention to these things. I think a lot of the drug addiction, a lot of alcoholism, at least for people that are in my age group and older, I can't speak for anyone really much older, but in my age group, like I'm looking at some of them, like, how did you get on drugs? Like, why are you drinking? Oh, because you can't be openly who you are, whether it's financially, whether it's sexually, whether it's as a person of color, whatever the case may be, you can't really be who you are. And that's a lot of why we're speaking out about these things. We understand that we live in the state of Texas. We understand that our safety is at risk. But somebody has to continue to speak out. More people have to continue to speak out and speak up for other people. Um, my wife kind of got me on the reproductive rights because I'm like, well, how a woman feels about her body is how she feels about her body. And no, I do not have a comment about it because that is her choice. I've never been put in that situation. So what do I need to speak up about it for? And so I've been, since going to Austin a couple of weeks ago, and really realizing that we are coming into a space where people want to be acknowledged for who they are, how they choose to live, who they choose to love. We really have to respect people for what they're going to do. As long as they're not harming children, as long as they're raising their children decently, and their children don't come out here and fuck up the kids' excuse me.
What do you excuse me for?
I cuss. I'm just getting my mama's on here, but they don't.
She cussed too.
I know she cussed too. But as long as their kids do not do anything negative and harming the children in my family, who cares if they have same-sex parents or trans parents or whatever the case may be? I mean,
Shouldn't you care whether that child is loved?
Yes.
Taken care of.
There's lots of kids out
educated
here that we definitely would have taken on that we can't for whatever reason at this time, but it doesn't matter if we're a same-sex marriage. If we're going to love them and raise them, that's what matters. And that's what we have to continue to fight. I actually had a quote that I had given my chair earlier when I was working. And it said, she don't either, I know. And it says, a war isn't won by who is righteous. A war is won by those who want it more. We want this more. We want equality more. We want equal pay more. We want trans people to feel safe. We want for the both of us to be safe. We live in a very Republican area. So even just walking in Kroger and holding hands, when we can do that in Dallas, when we can do that in other places, may not be very welcome around here. So for her friends who are trans, no matter where they live in the DFW area, they hopefully are safe, or people are more understanding of who they are. And they probably don't even notice that they're a man or a woman originally, but that they respect who they are and that we are safe. So that's why I'm beginning to understand that I have this platform, I have this opportunity, I have this voice to speak out against reproductive rights issues. I have this opportunity to speak out for those who are trans. Me personally, it's not a step that I will ever take, but I also have friends who are considering it. And I will treat them the same no matter which one. They both crazy and a motherfucker. They both get out here and do what they do. They're kind to me and my wife. So why would I treat them any differently, whether it was their choice to transition or not? As long as their spouses or girlfriends or whoever partners are okay with the transition.
And if their partners are not, that's okay too.
Yeah, that's okay, because we'll be here for all of them. That's because it's a whole family dynamic in these regards, in these people, and I'm going to call them they, them, in their regard. Because I don't know, and I'm not in those shoes. And I know I love my masculine fem energy. My wife told me feminine energy. Lord Jesus, I forgot I got some masculine too, hence the cutoff shirt. But I absolutely love my masculine feminine energy, and I embrace it, and it's not a threat, and I don't have to choose between one or the other. I think that was one of the things that confused me when it came to trans rights. Well, why do you want to choose? Well, damn it, if you feel like a woman and have felt like one forever, baby, do what you do. Because I'm gonna be over here talking and kicking giggles with you about this hair and these nails and everything else, if that's what you choose in your life. I choose to embrace both sides. That's probably why people are gonna be like, "You're still a she/her." I am still a she/her. I'm okay with identifying by my biological setup, makeup, but I'm definitely my father's carbon copy child. So, why are you rubbing your head? So I am Candace, Taboo, Stanley, Sparkle, and all of them the same. But again, people should feel comfortable and be okay with it. So whatever I can do, I know that I'm going to reach out to some people. Um, you know what? Why she got jokes? My friend has jokes.
Thankfully, she took it out this morning.
Oh, I did. And I'm gonna take it out here again because it's definitely work from home. So our trash gets full quick. You know what? You would not call me Stanley. But I forgot what I was saying. She done threw me off. Why are you playing, friend? And thank you,
Look at
Bones.
these two in the comments, Jesus.
Girl, bye. But no matter what, I'm gonna use the platform. I'm gonna keep speaking out. My wife knows I'll probably go down as a martyr. And I've been okay with that for a while. My mother knows that. I admitted to someone. Was that you? No, I admitted to my boss when we were in Austin. The reason why I chose to wait until I was 40 to really get out here and advocate for people's rights was because both Dr. King and Malcolm X died at 39. And what I did not want was to do all of this great work and to be killed by the time I was 39. I'm going to speak out. Girl, cut up. Sparkle gonna come out the most. Sparkle gonna come out the most. I just give me like 5 minutes. Sparkle coming out. But I'm going to utilize this platform. I'm going to speak out for the next 40 plus years until I have no breath in my body no longer. I'm not saying that I'm scared, but I am concerned. But other people are dying. They are dying.
In my age group, suicide rates. My age and younger,
they can't be who they
suicide rates are so high.
They cannot be who they want to be. So we have these Black issues. We have these Hispanic issues. We have these reproductive issues. We have these education issues. But gender equality is a big deal. I know for me, a lot of my issues with mental health came down to gender equality. I didn't think my family would accept it. I didn't want my family to be treated differently. I've noticed in the last few weeks, the more vocal I've been on my regular Facebook page, which is the people that I went to church with, the people I grew up with, a lot more of them are in my stories. A lot more of them are paying attention to what I have to say. They're not saying anything. Hopefully they don't say shit to my family. Because I will drive all 513 miles to Kansas City. But
for what?
To smack the shit out of people that treat my family bad because of my choices. But my family, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all, from the ones that live in Kansas City to the ones that are here in Texas. Thank you for loving me, no matter what my choice was. I wish I would not have waited till I was 33. This has been the most exhilarating experience of my life. I've been able to be just who I am, not polished, not
yeah, because ain't nothing polished on here.
And I used to always want to be polished like my Aunt Brenda, and that was one of the things that I look forward to and I strive for. But when it comes down to it, period, point blank, you should not have to hide who you are, as long as you're not being mean and nasty to people. The moment you come mean and nasty, I don't care what you look like. I'm coming for that ass, because that's not right. You don't treat people bad because of your view. You respect them and you move on. So thank you to my family, the Subletts, the Browns, the Smiths, all of them that love me for being me. But please, if you have trans friends, if you have trans family members, be open to the conversation. Be mindful of how you say things. Encourage them, let them know that they're not alone and that, you got them. This is, like I said, trans. I'm really really getting into understanding what the issues are and how these issues are a big deal. But I'm going to use this platform to make sure everybody's voice is heard.
I think the bottom line, you don't have to agree with a person's choices,
No.
but you don't get to choose a person's choices for them either. Like, what if it was reversed? What if it was you? Like, would you want people putting you in this box, pinpointing you as whatever, just because you're not what society says you should be? That's not your choice. If if you don't agree with a person's choices, you don't have to deal with them. But if it's someone you love, it's someone in your family, it's a friend, imagine what they're going through. Imagine how they feel. Imagine how isolated and alone they feel.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was no female that was masculine presenting around me growing up. None. We had Auntie Uncle Kevin. He's a man who was, but I wonder if he would have had a choice to become trans woman.
I think the closest person to trans that I even grew up with was my Uncle Jeff, and I loved him. It depended on the day because he might have been Aunt Genevieve. It just depended on what day it was. You got whatever you got, but he was amazing, and he loved with his whole heart, and that's what mattered to me.
Yeah,
I think if he got to just, I think he lived his life unapologetically. He just was who he was. But if he could have really just been himself all the time, I think he would have been so much happier.
Oh, yeah.
But that's during a time where you couldn't even just be.
Yeah.
Now we just being and don't even give a damn. It just is.
Right. And that's why we have to change the climate and the culture of where we live. And the only way, like, I didn't understand, but it really comes down to the only way you change the culture and the climate is by policy, legislation, and law.
Voting.
And just even
educate
voting.
Yourself.
Shoot, even if you can't even get out $10 a month, donate to some organization, $10 a month. We'll eat up, smoke up, drink up, whatever. Pack of cigarettes is $10 now, I think they told me. So,
gas is almost there.
Gas, exactly. So donate $10 a month to a nonprofit, whether it's a trans organization supporting trans rights or whatever issue that supports you. $10 a month is not a lot. That's something that we are considering in all of our philanthropic things. What is it that we're going to donate to? If it's going to be Texas All Female Rights, $10 a month. If it's going to be MTS Network, if it's going to be another nonprofit that feels the need to something we can't even step into helping with. But $10 a month is that's $120 a year. That money can go towards some big
mathematician.
Oh, yeah. and it's small in comparison to the amount of money it takes. It takes money and people. That's how those who are against the trans ban, those who are against trans people and them having rights, they've got money and they've got power. Period, point blank. So we have to be able to utilize our money, our power, and get out here and push these issues forward for people.
Yeah.
What did she say? My Uncle Ronnie made the way for me and my family to live my truth. He supported. Aww.
Shout out to Uncle Ronnie.
That is awesome. Come on, Uncle Ronnie. Can he get a Facebook post this week? Can I go heart? Drop some black hearts up under it? Can we? Come on, Uncle Ronnie. Thank you. I appreciate that you were there for Kendra, and I'm glad that Kendra had somebody there for her. My wife has actually been the only person that's really been there for me in this regard. I'm grateful that my family has not disowned me. They're embracing it. My mama's embracing it more and more. And I think she just got questions. And
we got answers.
And we and some we don't have answers.
We can find them.
We can Google it. Believe me. But my mother loves my wife just like she actually probably loved my wife more than she loved my ex-husband.
She better.
Well, I don't know if there's a comparison, but I'm assuming so. But she interacts with us more. But I guess the interaction is different as well. So, I mean, I was less open with her being in my life and in my business when I was married to him. I'm way more open to it now, just because I put my family. Like it's two people on this screen. We're family. Like there's nothing that will change that. There's nothing.
There's
that...
some other folks on the screen. It's family too. Before they
well,
get
they family.
hollering in the comments.
Girl, I didn't really have to post them. But I'm saying, see, she
told
said
you.
yes. So she do like you more than she like my ex-husband. And it's just probably interaction. It's probably because of my love, because I'm still with you. Because believe me, once he got on my nerves after so long, I just had to leave. And I just was in so much turmoil that it just did not make sense to me. So for those of you out here who are considering transitioning, who have transitioned, who are in the middle of the transition, I love the hell out of you.
And so do I.
It does not matter. As long as you treat me good and are not nasty to me, I definitely won't treat you nasty.
You have family here.
Yes, you do. We can always shoot. We might even want to put on a show for someone who's trans. And we're always open to people that want to put on a show or get their message out there. It is a big deal, no matter if it's cannabis, trans rights, education, whatever it is, autism,
anything.
Yes. Actually, it's funny because my wife.
I want you to find some tissue.
I was looking for some. I couldn't find it. I used it all up earlier.
We need you to replenish your stash.
Yeah, see the bull that I got to deal with. We actually have a godson who has been diagnosed autistic, and I don't see any differences in him. Actually, he probably acts more like me, which is probably why I understand him so much. And I don't let him get away with shit. Just love him as being 2 years old. But his mother, made us feel really good the other day. Like his father passed away. And she said, she told my wife that it's hard. She's going to have to explain this to this young man. But we are here for her. We have been here for her.
I've been her baby daddy since she was pregnant. I just want y'all to know. I've been a baby daddy since she was pregnant. I am. I claim mine.
That's definitely what she said.
Yeah. Did. I claim it.
My business to tell.
It's mine.
Yes, but he's gonna have 3 women in his life, helping him grow up, and hopefully
2.5.
He's gonna have 3 women. Because I'm glad cousin is at work right now, because she would definitely be in the comments talking about God Daddy Candace. Because that's where we got that from for DJ. But I'm just hoping that he'll be able to still be loved and cared for, and it doesn't matter our gender. As long as we love him and he grows up and treats some boy or girl, whomever he chooses, right and proper, I'm good with that. But yeah.
We are going to circle back around to this topic because we definitely will have to have another show for sure. But we're going to go ahead and bring our businesswoman highlight on here.
Okay, businesswoman, I'm ready to meet you, Miss Jessica.
She actually was just telling me that she wants to come back when we do our autism show.
Okay.
So definitely we'll be back on here. So we're just going to take our brief second here.
That's awesome.
Every time.
Her visuals are awesome, y'all. How you doing, Miss Jessica? We can't hear you, baby. You got your mute on.
Let me see if I can unmute you.
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Sure
yes,
can.
Ma'am. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
Look at your hair. Every time it's always like every time I see it, it's together. Look at me looking like Celia over here. Don't talk about
it. Stop it. That's okay. I'll send you one. It's okay.
Do you know how to do custom color? Because you see the blue that's on the screen.
Girl, look, hello, look. I can't. I'm not on my phone, but look. Oh, hold on, wrong way. Hold on. I'm trying to find them. All
one somewhere. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
I got some up above me. I got you, girl.
Yes. Yes.
Look at Kitty. Hey, girl. Hey. We have lots of wigpreneurs on. Wig wearers on here. The one that's in the comments. Look, you gonna put her up there. She is definitely a wig wearer.
Hey, Kitty.
I know she got 2 of them waiting on her right now. Can't even
I have been following you for quite some time. We've been friends on Facebook for quite some time.
Really?
How did you get into making wigs?
The name of your business first.
Yeah, because that's important too. Let's back up because I just want to know.
The name is Live Wigs. A lot of people say Live Wigs, but it's Live Wigs. Like live, a lot going on. Show
Okay.
wigs. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, extra. Come on with the extra. So when did you get started?
Hold on, let me cut my fan on. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay, all those lights, I know.
Okay, because I'm over here glistening myself.
I know.
Everything is sweating and all.
Yeah. All right, let's get it going. Got air going now. Okay,
Yeah.
it gets hot under here.
It sure does. It sure does.
But I got into making them because you need an install. Come see me, girl.
She's in Houston, Kitty.
And she would definitely run her behind down there too. She loves Houston, baby.
But I got into making wigs because nobody could get my hair right. Like I was just going and getting my hair done, spending money. It was either too tight after sitting for hours. I get home, take it out, a waste of money. Mm-hmm. Or I just have to deal with it. So just browsing through YouTube, I was looking up DIY videos and I came across the wigs. And I wish I remember who I watched so I could credit her, but I cannot remember. But I started watching the videos and just started playing around. You know, I started making them with the glue gun first. You know, the hot glue gun method. Started with that first.
Okay. How did that work out for you?
It worked out pretty well. Those wigs actually held up pretty good. It was just a certain way to care for them. Like they had to be washed with cold water and things like that. And they, you know, they held up pretty well, you know, for the price that they were. So, yeah, I started doing that. And then I started accumulating them for myself. And so, let me see. I was just out of high school, I think. I can't remember.
Oh, so you've been doing this for a minute.
Yeah, I started in 2014.
Okay.
Yeah,
hey, you coming up on 10 years.
Yeah, so that's when I started. And I had accumulated a lot. And I think it was the holidays. Holidays were coming up. I wanted some stuff and can't lie, we were struggling. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. So eBay was the thing at that time. So I just put them on eBay for little cheap prices. I'm like, they probably not gonna sell, but let's see. So about a week and a half goes by. I started getting a little notifications. I was like, okay, 2 of them sold. I think I put maybe about 8 of them on there. And I had a couple of them on there for auction. And they were selling. And I just sent them out. I was like, okay, let me keep doing this. So, okay. So here we are, 2016. I'm still doing it. I've built up some clients. I have clients everywhere, out of state, all over the place, because I started through Facebook and I started promoting through Facebook. So you pick up people everywhere. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's how it got started. I'm like, okay, let me keep going with this. So I went and got my DBA in 2016 and it just kept flourishing from there. So I'm like, I would be a fool to just let it go now.
Right.
So, hey, gotta look at the bigger picture now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it got started. It literally fell in my lap because in high school I made sure I had an art class on every year. I made sure I had an art class. I knew I was gonna be an artist. I was gonna be drawing, sketching. Nope. I mean, this is a form of art.
It is.
So there you go.
Beauty is art. That is definitely art.
It took a little turn, but that's okay.
Okay, so do you have a website people can go to?
I do. I have a website. It is livewigsshop.com. I wish it was a way to type it out so it won't get.
You mean like this?
There you go.
I had a feeling she already had you. So they can get on Instagram too?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I started with Facebook, so most of my audience is on there, but I'm making some changes.
I understand. Okay. As business progresses.
Oh yeah, making changes. A lot of stuff, a lot of different things going on from day to day. So
okay. So now that you are coming up on 10 years, what is your future goals for your business?
Well, my future goal is to, which I've already somewhat have become a one-stop. I'm partnered with another girl. She actually does lashes and things like that. So the goal is to have a one-stop. And does she make dreadlock wigs? Not yet. It's coming. I got some braided wigs waiting on me at the house. I got to bring them, but they coming little by little. But
Why does she need a dreadlock wig?
My sister.
Oh,
she said, why does she need a dreadlock wig?
Yeah,
I was gonna say she already has locks. That's why I was like, why would she need a lock wig?
And my sister has
makes
lupus,
sense.
so my mother cut half of her hair because it was really long.
Uh-huh.
And so probably in about another 6 to 8 months, she's gonna cut it more. And those dreadlocks, she wants to make into a wig.
Oh well, yeah, that can be done. I'm not that talented yet, but somebody can do that.
Okay.
Right. I can do. I got you with the bundles. Send me some bundles. I can make wigs. And
but the locks, you're not there yet.
Ain't there yet. You're not there yet. That's okay.
Okay. And so, what is the hardest wig that you think you've made? Like, what style was it? What type of hair? What color?
The hardest wig I made.
The one that gave you the most challenge.
I would say I had a custom order. She sent me 6 bundles and a closure. And it was a long wig. It was, I think, 32 inches long. But the challenge was she wanted all the hair used and she had a smaller head. Now, if I was working with like, hey, she had her pictures were bomb. Whatever she had going on, it was bomb. But yeah, that was real challenging because when you're making the wigs now, when I first started out, I was making them way too thick. I love thick hair. As you can see, this is my personal wig. This is 4 bundles of hair. I like thick hair. So, yeah, she sent me 6 bundles and she wanted all of it used. And I did it. I managed to do it. You know, it was still nice and sleek and smooth and everything, but it was challenging with making them by hand. So yeah, that was a bit of a challenge, but it was so
I've only made a couple of wigs by hand. That is not my profession. I'm gonna leave it to you and the other professionals.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has to find their thing because like my business partner, she does lashes and she does my lashes too. She keeps my lashes up, but I'm like, when I see her doing that, ain't no way.
I know.
And when people see me making wigs, they like, ain't no way I could do that. And I'm like, it's just what you gotta. It's your thing.
Every time I say I'm gonna make a wig, and then I start, and I'm like, why did I do this to myself? And then I gotta commit. I gotta finish because I done committed to it. But I'm like,
yeah,
man.
you gotta finish it now. You done started.
Yeah. You mind your business.
Whatever. That's my skill or forte. Now we got manage
it's a tedious job. I've had a few people ask, well, like, wow, I can make my own wig. Well, I'm gonna pay you. Okay, go ahead and make your own.
Go ahead.
About a month later, can you go ahead and make this for me? Sure. Go right.
And then I'm charging you extra. You didn't need to pay me, and now you need me. It's a task, especially if you want it done right. I mean, I've had a lot of people bring in wigs that were handmade by someone else, and I've had to deconstruct and remake them all over again. I get orders like that left and right. Horrible handmade wigs that they just spent all this money on. Now you gotta spend some money to get it corrected.
Get it fixed, right?
If it's not your profession, find something else.
And that's the thing, like with another issue. It's not necessarily an issue, but we're all on Instagram, we're all on Facebook. We see all the scams and, you know, the people who aren't legitimate, and it kind of messes up the people who are legitimate. So it's like I limit where I market.
Yeah.
Like the Facebook groups and stuff like that, I'm in there to kind of, at this point, I'm in there to really just socialize and kind of mingle. But as far as posting my stuff, it's like, no, because I don't want to be in the mix with the scammers. I'm not a scammer.
Yeah.
So,
and the big thing is the scammers, they steal other people's work.
They do. And that's happened a few times over the years. People tell you, oh, watermark your stuff. But now you can take watermarks off of pictures. So there's so many ways to hit it. There's so many ways.
Yeah.
So
How many wigs do you think you have made over the years?
Oh my
If you
God.
could guess.
Ooh, let me see. I'm gonna guesstimate. I'm gonna say maybe 500.
Okay.
And it could be more than that because business is ups and downs. I have these periods where I'm like it's constantly coming, then it slows down. Summers are always slower because it's summertime. Who wants to walk around with this on their head?
Right.
So it's to be expected. But in the winter, like when it gets cool, that's when it really picks up. And the holidays and all that. Right. 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 And then it's the holidays and everything. So it's, it has its up.
You got to put on clothes for the holidays. You got to look good.
They put that long 40-inch wig on to keep you warm.
I'm only like 46 inches long, so I can't do 40 inches of nothing. So
yeah, you're going to be dragging the ground.
Right. Right.
You're going to be dragging the ground.
Get dressed up.
Hold on. What is put on? When you hear somebody say put on some clothes, what does that mean?
I grab my wig first. I gotta see which one. I gotta see who I'm gonna be. I gotta see with the wig first, and then the outfit go with the wig.
Yes.
If
your hair is not right, your makeup is your outfit is off. Everything is wrong. Yep.
So first put on some clothes, start with the hair.
I think that's for most women. It always starts here. You got to think about what your hairstyle is gonna look like, and then you think about what you're gonna wear.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I just learned last week what put on some clothes meant. I thought put on some clothes meant just put your clothes on. No, that means you got to be cute. You got to get it together. That's what y'all say in the South. I'm like, what you mean put some clothes, baby? You should put some clothes on anyway.
Get dressed.
Yeah.
Dress.
Yeah.
Get dressed. No,
don't just get dressed. Don't put on just anything.
No, you put on some clothes. Yeah. One of my brothers said it, and I didn't know what the heck he meant. I'm just going home, put some clothes on, and she just gone to the club. And I'm like, but you already got clothes on. Okay, maybe don't change the shoes because he has slides on. No, he wouldn't put on some
He
clothes.
Starts down.
Man, he would start South Dallas fine and starts down. Baby, don't tell me. So put on some clothes, start with the hair for women. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if that's off, the whole outfit is off.
And if I don't like the wig, it's just it. I got variety. I could pick.
That's the reason, because you just never know how you want to look. Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be today.
So how long does your wigs last if they're taken care of correctly?
I'm gonna say I still have people who have their wigs from at the most I would say 6 years ago.
Oh.
Now, I don't know as far as how they're wearing them. I just know that to this day, they're still intact. I've had people actually send me pictures. Like I'll tell them, send me a picture of the cap so I can see. And the cap is still intact and everything. If anything, maybe the lace needs to be replaced because it's been worn for so long. But as far as the cap and the wig itself, they last for years.
Okay.
So my precious time when I hand make them.
Yes. I think
that was a good question.
I found my new wig lady.
Yes.
Okay, as long as she can get that aqua blue, because we definitely got gala season coming up.
Yeah, and blue apparently is the only color I'll be wearing these days.
I have blue hanging up in here right over me.
No, we talking about this aqua blue that the little marquee is in. You got that color?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that color. That's her signature color.
I think you can do it.
Let me see.
We don't need them until October.
Let me see. They probably gonna look the same. Oh no, they don't.
Yeah, that one right there. That one. I like that one right there.
See, they look the same color and they not the same color.
No,
they look the same.
No, they don't look the same. The one in your right hand. Is that your right hand? Which one's your right? I know. Right?
You gotta think about it.
Yeah, that one. So it may be a little bit. It needs to be a little bit brighter than that.
Yeah, but that one's on the right track, right there.
Yes.
And it definitely looks like something that I would wear. So.
Girl.
was at that foam in it real quick. She gonna have mousse in it real quick. She gonna come out, makeup gonna be done, mousse. I'm like, where did you even? Okay. She used to, and it would be. She would walk out looking like this. She go in the bathroom, and it's not bad because I love her natural hair. Let me be fair, I am not a wig person at all. I love the hair that grows up out your body. Like that's right. Beautiful hair ever. And she's really been taking care of her natural hair at least for the last 3 years. And look how long it is. Like it's so beautiful. Yeah. But she'll go to the bathroom is what I feel like. And it'll be about 45 minutes to an hour. She'll come out and that moussey hair is just swinging. It got a shirt wet, but her makeup is beat. But she be cute. I ain't gonna say she don't be. She be cute. I just don't be prepared. Like that's weird. Okay. That's why I mess with her so much. Because I'm caught off guard.
Should I warn you next time?
Yes, please. Because every time I'm just like, oh, well, okay. Oh, that's me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Sometimes you just gotta be somebody different.
That's fine. I'm with it.
And that's the luxury of it. You can walk in the room looking one way and walk out looking a whole nother way.
Yeah, Sparkle wants a wig.
You said what?
Sparkle wants a wig. Sparkle's the only one that would wear it. And that wig will be on the front seat of the car. Like, Sparkle is my inner homosexual man. So I have an inner, that's the girliest part of me.
Okay. It's Sparkle. You okay, Aqua?
You don't like Sparkle.
Sparkle gets on my nerves. That's what it is.
Sparkle is extra.
See,
extra.
Yeah. Rein it in.
Okay. It's okay. Sparkle didn't get to go outside last weekend like she wanted to. So, yeah.
We might let you have a weekend this coming up weekend after we
handle
business.
We don't want this.
After we handle business.
Sparkle can't come out when we going.
We'll see.
Sparkle cannot come out when we going. That is an unwelcome environment for Sparkle.
Ooh, is it?
Hell yeah. Taboo is all day. That's taboo's environment. I'm fine.
It's too many of y'all.
It is. It's definitely too many of me.
I live with a community. A community of people.
Yes, in one environment. But I absolutely love what you're doing. I love that, like you said, it just kind of came to you, that you stuck with it 8 years later. Please continue to stick with it. Y'all, get on her Instagram, get on her website, get the traffic going. Again, I know it's one wig or two wig lovers in these comments, and there's a girlfriend of a wig lover that's in these comments. So I guarantee.
And the wife of a wig lover. Which way are you? This way. I don't know. Over there.
And if you're out of state, it's okay. I offer free shipping, so I'm not just local. You know.
Okay. Do you have an actual shop that people can come in and shop?
Yes, where I am now, people can book on. I do everything by appointment, but they can book an appointment online, and we'll go from there. Consultation.
She coming down there first Friday.
She better book her appointment then.
She gonna come see you, girl. She gonna be Saturday morning.
I'll be here.
Just to come out and just a consultation.
Hey, fun. Let me know whatever colors you need. I got you. I'll do it for you. Anything you want.
Yeah, so Kitty, be sure to get the website. Believe me, I know that's your thing.
Yeah.
And Bones, gone, you know. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for being on the show.
This is awesome.
No problem. And please let me know on the autism topic, because as I was saying, I do have an older brother. He's 32 with autism, and I've pretty much been helping care for him since I was a child. So that's a relatable topic, and I know that's a tough topic. And I feel like there needs to be a lot more resources for people like that too.
Yes, so, I definitely want to have you on the show so you can talk about
that. Please, so I can get on here and get mad because I need y'all to do something.
Yep.
Get together.
Please, all of that energy. Bring it on.
Actually, it's funny. My wife tells me all the time that I'm somewhere unexpected. And based off of how I deal with people, my social cues, I probably am. So we're going to get, and that's probably what's caused a lot more mental strain as well. So we're going to get that looked at as adult autism. My mother was like, really? My mom would just think I'm normal. And I'm like, I probably normally get on your nerves. But Text and
Yeah.
stuff.
That's another thing. It's kind of a denial thing in a way too. So,
Yeah.
I understand. I grew up.
Well, please send us anything, any promotionals you have for your business.
Okay.
Drop them because how do y'all communicate via Instagram?
Inbox, messages.
Inbox. Okay. Anytime
I'm gonna get your number because I don't pay attention to my inbox too much.
Please, because do you know how many messages come through my inbox? People are lost in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It didn't used to be like that.
Number, so you can let me know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So anytime you want us to promote something, I know that we do charge for businesses, but I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes if you just in my phone, you gonna end up in a story. I don't even care. Like if I think it needs, like there's a guy, he's one of our customers and he does some advertising through us. But it's been like a month since he's paid. I don't care. He definitely got some love this week. So we always want to encourage and promote other businesses, whether we're being paid or not.
Yeah.
So anytime you have a sale,
more often not than are, because that's just
what it is.
Do.
Like people want the information. They want the information. We don't have to get in. We're gonna figure out life. So all we want to do is to promote other people. So like I said, sales, any promotions, anything. Send it. Hey, drop this in your stories, and she'll. If
it's just information, if you have something on autism you want to be shared,
yeah, we definitely
for sure.
want that too. Anything that pertains to whatever it is that's raising awareness on what you're doing. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sounds good.
So much. We appreciate your time.
No problem. I look forward to the next show.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, thank you, Aqua.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time.
Oh, that was awesome. Kitty, don't play about them wigs, again. She don't play about them wigs. And then you see a girl and got the information already for her. She probably didn't text it to you. But again, we appreciate everybody tuning in with us. For the Record has officially moved from Thursday nights at 9 p.m. to Taboo is sleepy and other people were busy, and we have moved to Sunday nights at 8 p.m. So we will basically be reporting from anywhere we are, whether it's at a motorcycle party, a bike night, at the house, at the studio, wherever we are. For the Record has moved to 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Sunday. So this Sunday.
And it is now on Twitter and YouTube.
YouTube and Twitter, yes. So we will be talking about 90, excuse me, I'm so
Get
sorry.
Your life together over there.
99 percenters and 1 percenters. So that is the topic. Please tune in and check us out next week here Wednesday on YouTube and Facebook for Meet the Subletts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Actually, Aqua will be at a radio interview, so I will be here all alone trying to figure this StreamYard out.
I definitely will be doing the producing part from the radio station.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's gonna be dope. That'll be the first time we do like a virtual production. And so,
why is she like this?
Why is she? What was Stanley? What did I? Oh, because I forgot you won't be here.
Because you burped.
Oh, shut up! That was I was talking too much and got a little too much air in there.
She be trying to breathe and talk at the same time.
I do.
So we pick one.
Talking about sexuality and understanding the different identities.
Yes.
So I will probably
kind of sad I'm missing that topic actually, but it's gonna be okay.
It is gonna be okay because I
might pop in while I'm at the radio station. We'll see. Just to say hi. And then I'll leave. We'll see. We got to get to that first.
Okay, so I may have a special guest if she is not busy, or excuse me, if they are not busy next week, and see they know about this topic a lot more than I do. Went to college for this topic, so I'm excited to. And if they're busy, then we can. I know that's why I'm gonna get a guest co-host to see.
If she get a guest co-host, I won't pop in because that's rude. I won't do it. But
go ahead.
I said what I had to say.
I was being sure. So again, I will try to get some day to see if they are available, and if they are not, then I'm gonna wing it and figure it out next week. Maybe I'll have some of y'all come on the screen and chop it up with me and give your opinion. So I'm not sure. Now I'm not. All right. So anything else?
Would you like to be done with the show?
No. I don't know, because she always comes up with these different videos and different things. So.
Nope, that's all we got. That's all we got this week, guys.
All right. Well, thank you very much for tuning in to Meet the Subletts. Be sure to go like us, share, subscribe, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, the MTSN network. Tell your friends about it. We have 2 shows running now consistently, hoping to start a 3rd show on something that most of us love, cannabis. So hopefully that will be coming in the works in the next couple of months. I've been watching Marnie's progress. She is now officially in Oklahoma. So I want to see what her progress is with her business and things like that. So if you have any topics, ideas, please let me know, let my wife know, drop them in the inbox, put them in the comments of anything. And say, hey, here's the topic I want to talk about. This is important. And we will do our best and due diligence to research it and bring it to the light. All right. Anything else?
Be sure to get registered for the Green Wall Street event on July 2nd. It's going to be great. That's all I got.
All right. Well, as always, this is Candace, my wife, Aqua. And thank you. We love you all. Have a good one.